How Phil, man? Your signal must be rough this morning.
You think my signal's rough?
Yeah.
Can you not hear me?
No, I can see you. It's just you look like that blurred out picture that got you booted off Facebook.
Do what?
Anyway, it'll clean up, man. So, oh man, please, I got a one of the babies got a fever and he would not, like I was on the phone with Jacob. I've been on the phone for 45 minutes and that kid's just screaming in my ear. Do what you got to do, right? So I just got off the phone with the realtor that's a buyer's agent. I got her with Cody. We're going to talk in a minute. She's the one that picked up our Weatherford package and she wants to look at all our other packages that we got rolling out. So
who's that?
The agent?
Yeah.
Her name's Kay Alexander.
That's good.
I met her 2 years ago at Kelly Smith's breakfast, where I met her and RJ before, literally the first day I was wholesaling full time, and then I ran onto her at this the Weatherford deal. So we're gonna try to get her there. See what's up.
Dang. Well, that's good. Hold on right quick. About to share this into some groups. Jason, I got a challenge for you. Look at this. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. I can't see it. It's all fuzzed out.
You like is my signal that bad?
I think it's just Grosbeck, man. It probably filters your signal.
It's not filtering my signal.
No, I'm making it. It's the Grosbeck filter.
I think it's because I'm uploading videos.
Oh, that's definitely probably it. Like, wow.
But I don't know how to pause the upload. You only can't see any of this.
Nah, it's all fuzzed out. Like I told you, it looks like that pic you put on Facebook. Definitely stop the video uploads because that's taking your bandwidth upstream bandwidth. You only get, even if you get 100 megs down, you probably only have 10 megs upstream. So
now I only got 4 megs upstream.
That's a problem.
I can't get the download.
You need about 10 for a really good broadcast.
Really?
So we need to like look at y'all's service probably.
What? I don't know what. Now how am I?
About the same. Anyway, so what's the challenge, man? Just tell me the challenge.
The challenge is to write cursive, the word cursive in cursive.
Really?
Yes. Write the word cursive in cursive.
Okay.
Y'all really can't see this. None of this back here.
No.
I'm just gonna put an anime up for me. Can't see any of that. What does this say?
The top says Vegas limo, and there's a $, and everything else keeps pixelating randomly. So parts will clear up, then parts won't.
Damn. Savage. I'm having issues. I've got a having issues button here. So can you write cursive in cursive? Anybody that's on right now, see if you can write cursive in cursive. That V, son. V.
I don't ever write cursive.
I don't never write cursive either. I got to the V and couldn't figure it out. I was like, wait a second. How do I make a cursive V?
It's like a U, but with a point at the bottom.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what mine turned out like too. But it looked like hammered shit, and I didn't know if I needed to do that.
Nah, mine always does too, bro. Cursive, they weren't even teaching in schools for a while. Now they're bringing it back. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me see.
We've come a long ways from being Ben Franklin, a man of letters, where people actually wrote letters to people, to just sending dick pic memes to people constantly. We're really stepping it up as a society. Just sending dick.
So I can see the stream now. See how bad it is on my side. That's terrible. That's really
yeah, we got to get you better service. Y'all ain't got nothing better in Grosbeck?
No, heck no. This is as good as it's going to get. I mean, I could connect it to my iPhone maybe, but It just is what it is. I doubt anybody else is uploading anything on the internet this morning in our office. So
right.
I think it was me starting the stream with all these deals going. So what I'm gonna do is copy, I'm gonna put it into the Facebook, and I'm gonna close all these other tabs.
Yes, roll. Can you hear me?
Is it clearing up at all?
No, and I don't know how they build their connection, man. It may be locked in.
I'm not looking for technical data. I'm looking for just, hey, am I clear?
Right. So I was attempting to answer that when you cut me off. You're not clear, but it may clear up. I don't know how they build their connection. I don't know if this is a lossless connection or if it's, you know, what the standard is they use. Anyways, who's that behind you? It looks like freaking Sasquatch.
Hey, did y'all just hear your dad's retiring?
No, my dad?
Yes.
No, my father-in-law, man. You need to clear out your ears.
Oh my
I was like,
Is that Shane?
Yeah, it's me.
Bro, you look like Sasquatch
we
in the
need to
back.
take you to the doctor. If your dad's retiring, we need to go to the doctor.
You got to have a CAT scan.
We need to know why and what and how and everything else. So, anyways, all right, Spoonie. I know you can't see me, so you just have to guess on this.
We're good, man. Go ahead. What you got?
I've got an agenda. Where do we know if the old man is ever going to send money?
I don't know. I've got a meeting with Mary this morning, and I'm going to call him again and be like, hey, dude, you said your Nigerians were sending money. Where are they? I went by the house at Athens this weekend. I don't know if you saw the video of that.
I did not.
Somebody had knocked down, there's a piece of plywood over the sliding glass door. They'd knocked it down. Me and Zoe walked through it. There was all the wiring was still there. That's a really nice neighborhood. Everybody there's super nice. And I screwed it back up on the door, and we will see today. I'll tell you, you know, you and Tyler were talking about having a bad week last week, and my week looked like it was okay. And then this weekend, it just all went to hell. Like everything fell apart for me. So I'm hoping this week is a better week for all of us.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now, Spoon. My weeks seem kind of normal. I don't have all those bushy weeks that everybody else has. Everybody else always, you know, they get the luxuries of having good weeks where everything goes right and there's no problems to solve and, you know, everything's perfect. But over here in Roughneck real estate land, we live in the reality that this shit is hard. I actually wrote a post. This is it right here. You can't see it, but it says me greater than blank. Okay. I'm like, I figured it out. Like I solved it. I solved it this morning. You know, everybody's got their little 5 a.m. club or 4 a.m. club or 3 a.m. club where they're like competing with each other over who can wake up first and post on the internet and then go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do.
Well, I woke up this morning with the biggest shit pain in the world.
Oh, that's the worst. Don't you hate waking up having to take a dump? It's the worst.
No, I love it. I love it because it means that's over with. That part of the day is done. Like, and it's happening at the perfect time. It's like 5 a.m. What else is there to do? I would be asleep. Instead, I get to shit. And that part of my day is over. Like, I'm finished with it, you know? Yeah, like immediately I was like, let me fire up this pot of coffee and get this thing right. Like, if we're doing it, we're doing it right. Like, bang. So I was in the 5 a.m. club this morning. You know, I was living my best life. And I was wondering, you know what I mean? Because you get on Facebook and all the morning birds are up there and they're chirping and they're letting you know how much better they are than you because they're awake 2 hours before most normal human beings are stirring. And, you know, there's all these books, The Miracle Morning. Everybody talks about the habits that you build in the morning, correct?
Yeah.
Like, do you do any of them?
I've never read The Miracle Morning, so I'm
Well,
gonna.
it's like 7 things, like meditation, which is praying, eating. I don't know. I've never read it either, but I don't have a morning routine.
I don't. No. My morning
And-
routine is reacting to babies.
That's exactly right. I'm like, look, I don't have a time when I stop, so I damn sure don't have a time when I start. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna sleep until I'm not tired, and then I'm gonna go conquer that day in whatever fashion I see fit. So I was wondering, like, could I get better? But that's all beside the point. While I'm fixing that pot of coffee, thinking about it, I'm wondering about some people on our team that are not doing as well as probably other people on our team, and what the difference between, say, Jason Witherspoon is from a Cody Kramer, from a Corey Thompson, and like how all these different personalities end up in the same part, and like why certain people are great at certain things and they're terrible at other things. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you think you're a terrible cold caller, correct?
I don't know that I'm terrible. I've gotten better.
You've gotten better, but at the beginning, you were definitely
Sure.
pretty terrible. But practice,
I don't enjoy it at all, but I'm better than I was.
yes, but practice made you better. Getting in there and getting experience made you better.
Yeah.
Cody locked up a contract this weekend, did exactly what he was supposed to do, exactly what he was told to do, right or wrong.
He did. Exactly.
Exactly what he's told to do. But that contract's fairly useless.
Well, it's more than fairly useless. The guy texted him this morning was like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you. I'd already signed another contract with another person, and we're going to close with them. but we really liked your contract and really liked you. So we just went ahead and signed it. Just know that we like you.
But back up. What price did they sign with the other person at?
I don't know. So it doesn't matter. I've already told him. I said, just call him back and say, look.
It does matter. It does matter.
Hold on. Let me finish my part first. I just called him back and said, look, I'd be willing to bet it's less money because they held you to this line. Call him back and just say, hey, I get it. It's a non-valid contract anyways because you already had one. Let me know if they don't close. And when they call you and say that guy didn't close, hit them at half of what you originally offered.
Right. That is the exact right answer. Where did you learn that, Spoon?
From you.
Exactly. So back to my point. So I'm thinking about Cody's contract, right? And I was really thinking about the criticism that you gave Cody in the group message. I'm like, actually, it don't matter. Like, that's how you get better. You listen to feedback and you either implement or decide, oh, fuck him, he's wrong. And then you get really mad at it. And then you do prove everybody wrong. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the numbers, there's no proving anybody wrong. You got a $100,000 contract on a 120 house because you were told to contract it at whatever price they wanted to sell at, and then get back with us and we would tell you where to go from here. Absolutely. That is what I told Cody to do. Now, you weren't in on that conversation. So
I knew exactly what happened. He said, did I do the right thing? I said, yeah, you got the contract. It's fine.
Right. So when I was thinking about that, I was like, I need to make a note. I need to go help Cody get this deal at a price that makes sense. You know what I mean? And then I start thinking about all the negotiating tactics and all the things that we use, which comes with experience, right? But before I had experience doing that, where did I get the gusto? Where did I learn the tonality to deliver the message with, right? I remember a time when I was with Stuart Miller at a property that we bought from Donnie Ruffin. Okay, we already owned the motherfucker. And I was trying to sell it to a guy, and Stuart, you know Stuart, million years in sales.
Wonderful salesperson. That guy can talk the beard off a billy goat. He is incredible.
So I'm thinking about a conversation that he had with me where he told me, he's like, you just you just blew right by the sell. You had them right here, and then you went all the way over here, and they were out. Here, if you'd have stopped, you'd have been fine. And I was like, yeah, what, I don't even know what that means. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what talking past the sell means. Like, I'm a natural salesperson. I'm good at this. Like, not even, like, I wasn't even trying to hear what Stuart was telling me. But later on, when they weren't a buyer, you know what I mean? I'm beating myself up on it because I knew how bad we needed that money. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what that $15,000 was going to mean to us. So I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm letting Jacob down. I'm letting Emery down. Like Stuart, what is this that Stuart's talking about, talking past the sell? So where did I go from there, from that moment? Where did I go? Where do you think I went?
Hey, by the way, your picture just cleared up. Perfectly clear now.
Good. Where do you think I went from there?
Oh, I think you probably went to Grant Cardone, got a bunch of knowledge, and started working on your objections and stuff like that.
I literally bought Overcoming Objections from Grant Cardone because I didn't understand the sales process and I wanted to know more about it. And then from there, dove into all the free content because once I bought the Overcoming Objections from Grant Cardone, it was on a YouTube live. I watched it while going back and forth to the dump while we were cleaning out our Fort Worth sub 2. One of my buddies from high school was with me, Victor, and I'm listening to this. And of course, it's on my phone, and I can't really watch it because we're going in and out of the dump. But I'm listening to it in headphones while we're cleaning out a sub 2. While we're cleaning out the sub 2, and so as I'm doing this, I get obsessed with it. Like I get obsessed with not putting myself back in that situation. I'm not going to talk past this cell. I'm going to understand tonality. I'm going to understand all of these different things that matter in a negotiation. But the biggest thing that I learned through all of that was I wasn't able to actually execute on it because I didn't have a full pipeline. I didn't understand the value of a full pipeline because if it doesn't matter whether or not they buy, you know what I mean? If you've got 20 behind them, you can talk past the sell. You know what I mean? There's no way I would have been worried about talking past the sell if I had 10 more buyers behind them.
Well, so what you're saying is like it's not just it sounds really simple, but it's not, because it's multiple levels of that, especially a new person that's struggling. They get into the mode where they're trying to buy out of desperation. I've been there. You've been there where you're literally negotiating with yourself over a deal, negotiating yourself up just to try to get a deal because you need something because you have no pipeline. If you have a pipeline, that never becomes a problem because you're just like, it's cool, bro. I can go buy anything else. I'll see you later.
Well, and that, yes, but I got to thinking. I got to really, really thinking. Ryan Harper says hi. Thanks for tuning in, Ryan.
Man,
Love it. If you don't watch Propelio, if you don't know who Propelio is, go look him up. I'm literally watching that or thinking about this morning, and I'm thinking the difference between me and everybody on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference is pretty simple. I don't have, I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure that I got it right? Mm-hmm. So I don't have a lot of the things, the distractions that a lot of people have. Okay. That's my number one blessing. Okay. I just don't have it. And that's I'm a victim of my own life, right? Like I don't have the actual family unit that everybody has, that everybody has to make time for, because that is what is expected. So I can't hold that against anybody on the team. That is something that's going to be always going to be there, right? Always going to be there. You're always going to have to. I had to go to the school this morning to get Emery through the door. Okay. I was on a Facebook Live whenever it happened, whenever the message came through, and I had to get off Facebook Live because that's what's most important in my life. That's why I'm doing everything. To hell with that Facebook Live, I got to go over here. So those discount none of those. But during the free time that we do get, because we all get free time, no matter if it's 10 hours a day, 20 hours a day, 8 hours a day, there's very, very, very basic. DJ, are you really? Who's watching video over there? Turn it off.
There's no feedback.
Oh, there's feedback. So anyways, the difference between those free hours a day is how many hours a day are you watching TV? How many hours a day are you I'm one book a week better than everybody on my team. Nobody else reads a book a week. I'm reading T. Boone Pickens, The First Billionaire is the Hardest right now. I'm already one book better from last week than everybody else on my team. And that's not a requirement. You know what I mean? It's just when you're driving, you might like, gangster rap. You might like Texas country. You might like all these different things. But you're not reading a book. You're not consuming the information. I've learned so much from the T. Boone Pickens book. It's absolutely insane. He was completely wrong about peak oil. And he was wrong about it 1.5 years before it knocked him off the face of the earth, as far as being a billionaire. And then so I'm Googling and I'm reading, all of his quotes. And so he said he lost $1 billion, gave $1 billion away, and he still has $1 billion left for his family. Is that not crazy? And he did it all after the age of 68. All after the age of 68. Like, what quarter are you in right now, Spoon? You're what? How old are you? 40?
40. I'll be 42 here shortly.
Right. And he was completely wrong about shale oil. Like, when you read the first billion is the hardest, he literally says it will be like 5 lifetimes before shale oil is at all feasible. And within 1.5 years after his book published, it was the only reason why I was employed. You know what I mean? And he was at that time, he was a commodities trader, and he thought oil would never get below $100 a barrel.
Well, everybody did, but
So
they also never thought we could break. They never thought we could break the Middle East either. And shale finally broke the Middle East. Like nobody ever thought we could predict their level.
Well, that's because he talked about it in his book. He was a geologist, so that's he had a lot of knowledge on it, a lot of information on it. But there's 1.5 trillion barrels of oil in the United States at the time that they knew about that was locked up in shale. So 1.5 trillion at 25 million barrels a day, it buys you a lot of time and a lot of whatever. But he was real big into green energy. But that ain't got. We're just ranting now. The difference when I was thinking about the difference between our team and me is, like I've been reading. Been trying to read a book a month ever since I've been in this. Whether it's Sell or Be Sold, Closure Survival Guide, Be Obsessed, Be Average, 10X Rule, Pitch Anything. I can name a whole book list that I've listened to, dove into, looked inside myself and said, oh man, what things am I doing that I can pull out? What things am I doing good? What things am I doing wrong? Do I agree with this? Can I actually pull this off? Like, can I be a more effective communicator? Can I be a better leader? All of these things every single week. And that's really the difference. Like I watch enough TV a week to get to third base with a stripper.
Bye, Jason.
What's up? See you, brother.
Like where I think other people probably watch a shitload of TV. The only reason I quit watching TV is because I couldn't afford it no more. You know what I mean? Like I had to cancel my plan. The only reason I started watching TV again was because the Euless house had a Roku in it and a TV. So I got a TV and a Roku for free from the house. What do you think about that, Spoon? I see you thinking. Start talking. You got an opinion on it. You seem offended.
Oh no, I'm not offended at all. I'm just trying to package this message and listen with intention.
This is classic Corey and Spoon right here.
Yes.
Spoon thinks I'm talking to him and telling him he's a bad guy.
I don't at all. I can't tell you how many hundreds of books I've read. When it comes to business books, I used to be like you when I was in the corporate world. And after a while, business books get really hard to just keep churning through. They get to be just a slog, just a constant slog. And now I don't read them right now, and I don't think this has anything to do with me because that doesn't bother me at all. We talk about books constantly.
We do.
It's a hard balance. Like so, I just sold off a big chunk more books. I took a bunch to the because I had these bins, just bins after bins and bins of books that I'd been keeping for years. And I took a bunch to the used bookstore and sold them. And I've got probably, I don't know, 10 30-gallon totes left of books. That's all I decided to keep because I get tired of dragging them around. With the advent of Audible and things like that, Corey, I don't know if you remember buying books on CD or books on tape. Like I used to have them. And I literally have black book binders full of like books on CDs that I think I threw away.
I didn't read a book. I did not read a book, not a single book from the time I was out of high school. So 2002 until Decision Points, which was written by George W. Bush. And the only thing I remember about that time period was I listened to it while I was geeked out on Adderall driving to West Texas.
Adderall, that's nice.
That's the only thing I remember about the time period. Now, it was on an iPhone. I do know that. And it was George Bush reading it. And the only reason I read it is because a friend of mine, Brady Ferguson, told me it was like the best book he'd ever read. And that, once you hear what was going on inside the White House during that time period, like, you've got to check this out, right? Mm-hmm. And honestly, I mean, I only filled my prescription of Adderall once because it was like it just, I don't know, it was a bad time for me because I can't do anything half-ass, so I was eating them like Skittles. And I felt like listening to Decision Points, I was on this wild trip and I was going to cure cancer the next day. Like, you know what I mean? So I remember about this much of that book at all. I just remember the euphoria that I felt listening to a book on Adderall and my mind spinning about solving all the world's problems. And that's pretty much it. But after that, I didn't read a book till 10X Rule. So 10X Rule in 2015. So I wasn't obsessed with any of this stuff until it affected me in a negative manner. And then once it affected me in a negative manner, then I became like a real student of it. To get back to what Cody, I mean, I was coaching Cody on this the other day. I'm like, you get real excited. I've watched you talk on the phone. You're talking with a lady. You've got good rapport and everything, but nobody wants to negotiate against that guy. Nobody wants to negotiate against that guy. They know whenever they're on the phone with you, they got to start out way up here because you're such a good negotiator. They might be down here with their price, but they got to start up here just so they can hope to have a prayer to get it where they want. Like if you scale it back, if you really pull it back and you're just ho-hum about it, it's my partner.
Yeah, well, I'm confused because I want to keep this all in one stream. Like we got like some stream of consciousness shit going on here.
Right.
Where do we jump out of books? Like you were talking about
the reason why I know tonality is because of books.
Okay.
The reason why I know how to negotiate is because of Pitch Anything. The reason why I know how to talk to the alligator brain, not the technical brain, is because of Pitch Anything, right? I can sit here and reference the books. Cody doesn't have those books in him. He hadn't read them, right? And if he has read them, he didn't implement them. And so when you're dealing with somebody who's a motivated seller, what's a motivated seller anyways?
I don't know.
I mean, are they ever on the top of life?
What do you mean top of life?
Are they ever doing as absolutely good as they could in the world of life?
In most cases, no. No, very rarely. There's somebody that's just doing so well, they just don't want to deal with the problem. They're like, hey, I want to sell your grandma's house because I've got way more important shit to do.
Okay, fair enough.
Very but
now,
most of them,
when you go in there and you just like strut in like, I'm the baddest motherfucker here. I'm gonna solve all your problems. I am the man. There ain't nobody that can back it up. You think you're gonna win that negotiation?
No.
And that's the point. Like you gotta have enough confidence that they know you can close, but not enough bravado that now you're negotiating against yourself, because what are they gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who do they want to do business with? Do they want to do business with the guy in the suit that's fucking seems like a used car salesman, or do they want to do business with the guy that looks like them, looks like he might be in the same position like Jason Witherspoon here, who's empathetic about their situation, is down on his luck and is telling them about, oh man, I really like the house, but we bought one over 3 streets over. It didn't work out real well for us. We're now renting it out. It's in our rental portfolio, and I just can't, I just can't see where we're at. I mean, we don't make but $100 a month on that, and that just doesn't do it. If we're one air conditioner away from that property not making money for 4 years. So, I mean, I just can't put myself and my family in that situation. Again, I can give you $30,000 for this house. You know what I mean?
And
you're
you
down here.
You can say honestly too. Like we have those experiences where we know we got burned on a house around the corner, Like whatever it is, you can tell them that honestly, and if you tell them that honestly, they can always empathize with you.
Yes, but what I'm saying is when you're down at that level, that $30,000 offer don't hit them in the mouth like I'm the only motherfucker in here that can close this some bitch. I give you $30,000 right now, cash money. You'll have it in 2 days. 2 days, homie. 2 days, and you got your money. Yeah, right. No, they're about to hit you right back. Now I'm gonna take a penny less than 100, and they already don't want to. You know, you're not even getting their real number. You're getting a number that is just straight from a different place, and it's because you're not in the right place. And that's, look, is it experience? I don't know if it's experience. You know, we have talks with Jeremy Miller. Jeremy Miller's got a lot of experience in this business. You know what I mean? Jeremy's more empathetic about the seller than he is about our situation in Pecos.
And I can't judge him there. I've been in that boat too, where I was valuing my sellers over my family, my partners, anything else, because you think it's what you're supposed to do as a person. You got to help other people. They talk about all this shit constantly, all these gurus. We're here to help people. We're not. We're here to make money. We may help people in the process, but we have to make money to feed our kids and stay in business.
Look, you can do both. You make money and help people. But here's the thing. You have to underwrite that deal like you're going to own it forever. You're going to rent it forever. You're going to own or finance it, and you're going to deal with that note. That's how you underwrite that deal, okay? If you're just underwriting it like it's going to buy and sell, you are completely off the mark of what reality could be. Pecos Court, Cleburne, Cleburne times 2 right now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Here we are in this situation, and you know we're refinancing them, we're renting them, we're dealing with the city on one. All of those seem like really good, fair offers, and we didn't make those offers to hook the seller up. We made those offers because we understood the risk, and we're anticipating we might own these as rentals. Okay, we understood that we can live with those. If we go into a property at 106 thinking, oh yeah, we're going to turn around and sell it and it's going to make money, that's fine. Okay, you're at 106. But if we're promising the seller at that moment in time any money that, you know, there might be some extra money some point down the road, we're being disingenuous because we have no idea what's going to happen on the backside of this property.
Well,
we have no idea.
And if you feel that strongly about it, you've mentioned this to me, and other people have mentioned it to me before. You know, if you feel that strongly that you have to give back to this person that because of whatever reason, then come out of your own pocket and give it to them out of whatever you're making, because you don't know what anybody's going to make. That doesn't include the marketing costs that you spent to get the lead on that house. It doesn't include the time you spent. It doesn't include many, many things that you're just guessing. And I'm not saying this from a judgmental place, because I've done it. I spent a year valuing sellers and trying to do the right thing for them. My wife was talking about it this weekend. There was I want to find it. Maybe she can help me find it. But CallRail lost all the calls beyond a certain point. Do y'all need to have a sidebar? You need to.
Willie's over there talking about Vanessa showering. Either send us a video of Vanessa showering or talk about it when we're not doing the live. I want to share the screen.
Willie, a little respect, please. Respect.
I mean, dude,
respect on my name.
Over here dropping hot fire, and you're distracting me with Vanessa shower images.
You got selling nudes wrote up on the board.
We're going to talk about selling nudes. We're going to talk about selling nudes. We're going to get there, DJ. Tune in.
Corey's going to get a preview of the camera to sell his nudes.
Wait.
So back to my point before Whitley so rudely interrupted. My wife brought it up this weekend. There was a call when we first started. Where I literally, the lady's trying to sell me her house, and I'm like, nah, well, it sounds like you could do better by just calling a real estate agent. Like, you should just call a real estate agent. I literally just told this lady I couldn't buy her house because I was so scared, whatever the fucking reason was. It was the most insane shit in the world. My wife still makes fun of me about it because she heard the call. She's like, hey, we got to eat. What's wrong with you? Like,
well, look, I told Jeremy that when he was on the deal. I said, look, if you're concerned about the seller, if you're wanting to do what's in the seller's best interest, it's to list the property. That's what's in their best interest. In Fort Worth, Texas, you You know, I know, everybody knows. Everybody who's going out here locking up deals in these hot markets know your best option is to put it on MLS. If you're doing what you say is best for the seller, then you do it. Now, is there value in a cash offer and a fast close? Absolutely. Does that value come off of the convenience fee of paying for it? Yes. Are there hoarder houses where you can't even see what you're going to be into? You can't even evaluate it. Does that bring the offer way down? Yes. But here's the point. All of those properties on MLS will be introduced to a true market, to the entire market, and will settle at a price that will make it work for everybody involved. Will there be fees associated with it? Absolutely. Realtor fees, closing costs, all the things you typically got to go through with a sale, maybe concessions, but it's going to be a true market value of what that property's worth in its current condition. When you call a guy off a sign on the side of the road or off a mailer or whatever, okay, you want a service. You know what that service is? A guaranteed close. That's it. What does that guaranteed close cost? What is it? Whatever in the hell that person that makes that offer says it's going to be. And that is not, you're not providing a service to the seller other than the guaranteed close. The guaranteed close is your service. And you got to guarantee it to where you can guarantee that you can make money on it if you have to rent it out or owner finance it. And that's it. It's not a disingenuous. And if you can't have that conversation with your seller, you're not even in the right business. Like it's like, hey, look, I get it, Miss Seller. I understand. Here's what we're going to do with the property. We're going to buy it. We're going to clean it out. We're going to list it. Okay. We're going to clean it up. We're going to list it. If it doesn't sell, we're going to rent it out. If we can't get enough repairs in it to get a tenant in there, we might consider owner financing it, which means we're going to have to go get a bank loan or some private capital to hold the underlying mortgage. Because if we went out and parked all of our money everywhere, then we wouldn't be able to continue in business. Like we would run out of money. Okay. This is what we're going to do with it. You have all those same options available to you right now. You can do all of those same things that we can do. Okay. Here's what I got for you. A guaranteed close at this price. And this is why. Because if I have to rent it out, I'm going to have to do this, and this. If I have to owner finance it, I'm going to have to do this, and this, and depend on an appraisal from the bank as is, and that could go any which way. An inspection. They might have to come out with an inspection, and they're going to find whatever's in the attic. And we've had asbestos found. We've had friggin' foundation issues found. We've had banks tell us we've had to fix foundations before. Okay? These are all things that could happen. But you have all these options available to you too. Okay? Only thing I can promise you is my word is as good as gold. This is my offer, and I can close it as soon as the title's clear. That's it. That's all I got for you. And you got to be able to have this conversation. Like, if you can't have this conversation, like, I mean, what? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's a hard one, but you know what I mean? We all feel bad.
I don't think it's hard, man. That's my almost exact same close. I mean, now me and you, I've been on closings with you. You've been on a few with me. Well, you haven't been in a long time. So maybe mine's changed too, but I use almost the exact same close, obviously with my own personal cadence and flair on it and everything involved. But I tell them every time, look, I'm going to put this on the market. I do everything at once. I put this thing on the market at a ridiculous price. You never know. Somebody may want to live next to Uncle Chester. 2, we prepare to rent the house. And 3rd, if we can't rent it, we may own or finance it, but because I may own this house for 30 years. And that's why I'm making this offer at this price and just lay out exactly what you say. If I own this house for 30 years on owner finance, I don't get paid till year 20. I don't even start making money. I mean, making these little slivers of money until stuff starts really rolling in. If we're renting, we only get this amount of cash flow. If I sell it, I might hit a lick. But I run through the exact same thing, and it's not that hard to have with somebody. So I don't understand. And they almost always like, hun, I don't care what you do with this place. I'm tired of this pile of shit. I just want to be good.
That's exactly right. Look, guaranteed now. Now, the other thing I'll say is, when I finish it off, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, okay, hey, look, this is it. Here's my offer. And I've got this money right now. I've got it allocated. I know I have it. We don't even market unless we have money. Okay. But I'm also going on 4 or 5 appointments today. We're going to be making 4 or 5 more offers. And if one of those gets accepted, then that money is going to be allocated to that. I mean, we only got X amount of dollars, and that's it. Now, if in that case, if you call me back and we can't do it, maybe we can try to find somebody within our network that can help you out. But other than that, I've got this offer, and that's all I got right now. And that kind of puts them on a little bit of time, but you're not the one applying the time. You're not telling me you got to make this decision, whatever. It's like literally, I'm going to go make offers. Y'all might all tell me no. You know what I mean? I might still have this much money next week, but right now, this is what I got. So that's and it's a savage. It puts them on time, and they'll almost always when you leave that seller on ice, you walk out of the appointment. They'll call you back within an hour with a counter.
Yeah, and so I do the same thing again, very similar. I probably picked it up from Betty on the yeah. What's up, Betty? On the appointments I went on with Corey, I just tell them the same thing, very very similarly. Like, hey, going to look at some more houses this week. If I buy something, I may not have the money to buy this. I'm just letting you know. I don't do high pressure sales. I'm not telling you got to sign nothing right now. I don't really care if you do or not. I understand this is a big investment for y'all, and this is a really big decision. So just know if y'all call me back in 2 days and you want to sell it, I may not have the money then. And it's very nice to meet y'all. I got to go.
That's it. Every single time.
Every time.
So these deals, it comes back to experience. Now, Spoonie, you got to admit, a little bit of that free coaching, that paid coaching.
Yeah.
Like, now, the reason why goes back to the beginning. Less TV, more books, more action, way more action, full pipeline, making offers, a lot of defeat, a lot of pain and heartache and bullshit in there. You know that.
Yeah, no, I want to be clear. I'm not discounting the power of reading those books. I don't want anybody to think that. I was actually trying to go towards a point that it's really hard when you're doing it all the time, especially when you have life stuff going on, to stay in those books, to stay in the books and just chug through, because some of those books are a freaking slog. They are terrible to read for the 3 or 4 nuggets that are in there that are life-changing, and you're just beating through chapter after chapter.
I look at it completely different. We all shit for an hour a day as men. So you got at least an hour right there.
At least.
Eddie, thank you.
But what I was gonna say is, like, I listen to books too. I also pepper in the books that I enjoy listening to, which are I listen to a lot of science fiction, fantasy stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say it. You be listening to Star Trek.
No, not Star Trek, but I do like science fiction. I've always liked science fiction, fantasy, stuff like that. So I pepper those in to offset that. That's all I'm trying to get at. When we spend so much time on the road, it's hard not to. Like, I spent 7 hours on the road with my daughter Saturday, right? Like, you do this every time. You do it all the time.
Right. Well, and I think at a certain point, people thought it was gimmicky. And I was like, Emery being with me is not a gimmick. That's just where the hell she has to be, because we ain't got no babysitter. You know what I mean? Because the other day, homecoming football game, Friday, homecoming here in Groesbeck, got a lead, locked it up, got a contract on it maybe today, I hope. Anyways, we're supposed to go to the homecoming football game, got that lead. I tricked Emery into the car, and boom, we shot out and went and locked up a deal. So not what she wanted to do that day. But you know what? She's 5. I'm 35. We got more important stuff to do. So the
look what Eddie wrote there.
What?
Eat shit, breathe, REI. That's all he does.
Eat shit, breathe, REI. Look, it's the truth. I mean, Spoon, do you have any curiosity about this?
No, I don't, because I don't have curiosities about whatever bullshit you're doing with that. Like, it doesn't. I don't.
You don't see this and go.
Well, I've been on the internet since like the biggest joke on the internet was like meat spin, right? Like, I got an email address in college. Like, I remember life before the internet. So when this stuff is so old to me, like selling nudes and stuff, I'm not even gonna ask what you're talking about. I don't care if you're on Twitter. I don't care if you're on Grindr, bro. If you're on Grindr, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, there's a world out there.
Uh-huh.
that nobody knows about. It's just
Oh,
a dark
selling
underbelly of the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, selling feet pics. You can
Selling feet pics.
selling dirty underwear. There's all kinds of crazy ways to make money.
Everything's a funnel. Everything's a funnel. So Tinder is the first. Like I don't know what's going on here. So you're on Tinder, and there's like woman after woman, like add me on Snap. I don't talk on here, so add me on Snap. I don't talk on here, so add me on.
So they put you in the funnel. And then they get their Cash App in the link.
Yeah, they do. But anyway, so those are the obvious ones. But there's some actually normal looking human beings out there. Normal, perfectly normal.
So
That they're like, hey, add me on Snap. So you add them on Snap. You're like, I could use some extra Snapchat friends. So let me add you. Now you're really in their funnel. And it's every single day. Every single day. Swipe up for my Dropbox. Swipe up. Do you know what I'm talking about, DJ?
Yeah.
DJ, come here. What's up with generation?
the place that I've noticed this lately was on Google. Google had, I don't know if they enabled it or something. You can, if you have somebody's email address, you can send them a cold message on Hangouts. And my Hangouts is just constantly, I'm having to go through and delete these conversations where these kind of people are trying to sell pictures and stuff.
Okay, so they're on there and they're thick. Like they're like, oh my gosh, here, swipe up for my Dropbox, $30 for my Dropbox, 300 pics, X number of videos for my Dropbox. And I'm like, dude, it's disturbing for me because I mean, Pornhub's free, so why would you ever buy nudes from a girl on the internet? DJ, that question's for you.
I don't know. Some people just like that.
You buy them? Have you ever
I'm
bought them?
broke. No.
That's not true.
I spend my money on truck parts.
So somewhere out there, there's men that are like, oh, like I'll totally, you know what I mean? But all that is another funnel, probably for another upsell. It's just like the Guru program. They get you in for the 100-day class, and then they're upselling you the $4,000 mentorship. You get into $4,000 mentorship. Now they got the $50,000 mentorship. That's the same game that's being played from the Tinder to Snapchat to you buy their Dropbox to then you got to, for $1,000 you can take them on a date or whatever the upsell is. I haven't gone into the funnel further than Snapchat, so I don't know yet.
I mean, porn ends up being basically a funnel. Porn is a funnel for a lot of escorts and stuff to just like pump the business.
Get in the frame, silly. Anyways, so what we end up with
on DJ's finger. What is he doing?
We don't know.
He's
He's
over
over in his toys.
Weird.
Oh, it goes on your finger.
So I'm thinking about this yesterday. This girl, the girl I'm talking about lives in a trailer house. And she's hot as hell, but like every picture she puts on there to get you into the web is in a trailer house. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
it's not a Pakistani guy repackaging those photos and playing like that. You're getting catfish.
It's Snapchat. You can't just you can't. You gotta know how Snapchat works. Like I don't know how you would make it. Would tell you it came from camera roll. Like these are actual pictures that she took and put her little graphics on there to get you to buy into it. But I mean, like I'm like, dude, this is a trailer house with it's like an 80s model trailer with original carpet and a garden tub, and the garden tub's unturned yellow. And this chick is like a solid like 12. Like she is hot.
That's like
gorgeous.
A 20.
No, I'm like, this is the most dangerous girl I could ever talk to on Snap. Yeah. If I was ever not going to talk to a girl on Snap, it should be this one, the one that's selling nudes from an 80 models trailer in Waco, because that's like, it's like the perfect dynamic where she's like close enough to where I could end up like totally wrecked in life just by talking to her. Like I'm going to be in the other funnel, the child support funnel, and I don't want to be in the child support funnel. So there we are. I'm like, what? I don't think this is real. Like, I don't think that's what she's saying because she's not just coming out and saying it, but I think that's what she's saying. So I just messed her. I'm like, hey, I see that you might sell nudes. Like, and I got the message right here.
That you might sell nudes.
Hey, I think that Ed Chambers here has the best comment of the day. DJ looks like a porn expert.
So anyways, so can I email this? See if I can email this photo or get it up on the screen so everybody will know what I'm talking about.
Anyways, so what's the point of that?
There's a lot of big text. So I messaged this chick and I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, this is Corey. I'm, you know, I don't really want to buy your nudes, but what would you think about promoting my business to your followers? Because you gotta know that this chick has like crazy amount of followers, right? She's got this elaborate funnel set up. Like everybody, I mean, there's nobody that's like, so she's got to have like loyal followers that pay her money. Okay. That pay her money. And what do you think these dudes that are buying, like, what do you think the guys that are buying nudes on Snapchat are like? Like, what could you imagine their lives are like?
Lives? I'm sure they live in a pedo trailer park, if I had to guess.
I don't think so. I think they're married. I think they're married.
I don't understand that. That's like the cam girl thing. Who would spend money on that? Like, porn is free.
It is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
So in my old career, yeah, some of y'all may or may not know, I used to work in the IT world, and I've seen a lot of guys get their careers burned down. Never any ladies get their careers burned down for weird decisions. I'm sure it's happened. I just never had that experience. I've seen guys get drug out of places because they were spending their whole days surfing bikini model sites, downloading and filling up their company hard drives with that. I've seen some really crazy stuff in the IT world. The worst was you gotta be careful what I say here. A full bird colonel getting a colonel in the military, a full bird colonel.
Okay. I thought you were talking about some like weird sex act.
Who was at work on secure networks doing like just, I mean, it wasn't like egregious that I know of, but it was like porn, like looking up porn.
Chambers.
And I'm asking the guy, I'm like sitting there, I'm just asking, the dude tries to bring me his computer. He wants to hand it off. He doesn't want to turn it in because of the investigation. And I'm like, not today, sir. And he's like, listen, you're going to take this. And I'm like, no, I'm not, bro. You're not going to have me depend this on. And I just want to ask the guy, computers are $300 at Walmart. Like, why wouldn't you be looking at your porn at home? Like, what made you have such a weird life that you had to look at your porn at work? Like, why? Like, what kind of crazy things happen where that's your life choice?
People are weird. People are real weird. You know what? I don't even question things like that anymore.
DJ, you're mumbling, so nobody knows what you're saying.
I don't really question things like that anymore. I don't question other stuff because there's people that I mean, there's just weird shit going on.
I mean, let's see.
There's people that like are turned on by feet. So
yeah, well, we shouldn't talk about Corey in front of all these people, but
y'all, look, I don't know if y'all be able to see this. I'm going to try to get it on the big screen. So this is it. I sent this to Doc Robinson, but how much to promote my house buying business every day? It's just like a hunch, but I'm betting the divorced and going to be might need to sell. And since I've now got what it seems like 7 chicks on Snap from Tinder, all in the same business, I think it's worth a shot. I don't really need the nudes. Pornhub is free, but a shout out from a beautiful woman could never hurt.
Oh, God.
How much do you want to give me for that? You tell me. I don't know. I can't post it every day. That would be annoying and I'd lose followers. So maybe once a week. So now.
Sweet man. Jesus.
All right. So there it is. There it is.
Oh my God.
That's why I can't be in the 5 a.m. club. You know what I mean? 5 a.m. club fucks me up. Like I was like, I don't need help. But the only thing that caught my attention, because I was like, you know, this person would like interact on my, like she's good. Like she's good. Because she, you know, most of them just constant spam all day, whatever. But she'll like comment.
Oh yeah. They think that she's interested in.
Yes. So like she'll like comment on her stuff to where you're like, who is this? Who is this that just responded to a picture of Emery? You know what I mean? Then you click through her pictures and you're like, oh, she lives in a trailer house. I might have a chance. You know what
She's
I mean?
taking bikini pictures.
Like,
in a trailer
I'm like,
house.
this is, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do I fire my shot? Do I not? Like, where am I at on this? And then you find out and you're like, I don't know. No. Like, I would pull up, I don't know how to pull up a picture, but this is, anyways, you've got to think that if somebody like this shared a house selling business or a house buying business all cash, that these guys that are going through divorce would have to have some sort of response. Uh-oh.
That was me. My bad.
Would you think that, or like?
No, I think I don't know what to think about people no more. It don't even matter. Like the world is so jacked up. Like maybe it'll work. There you go. So
I don't think it would work.
I don't know. I mean the
Oh,
price is
$500
$30 for the Dropbox. I mean, if you're paying the same $30, it's got to be worth it.
I mean,
$30 for a picture of one girl.
And then if you just got to subscribe to a premium Snap, what's that, like $30 a month? And you get, she said, once a week. So I mean, 4 posts a week.
I don't know what any of that is. Like I don't have Snapchat. I mean, I do, but I've never used it. I only got on there to share a picture with you one time. But
Well, I didn't know this world existed either. So this is just where I'm at on it.
nothing surprises me after growing up with the web. And I don't know if you've ever,
What do you mean? Spit it out. Spit it out.
I mean, with the dark web and everything else that's out there, there's no. I mean, it's literally. I can't even imagine the depths of depravity that the web could get into. And a lot of this, like guys that are paying $30 for whatever, I ain't even throwing no shade at them. Like whatever hole they're trying to fill in their heart, more power to them.
Well, I can't put it on the internet what my opinion is because, I don't want Emery to one day watch it and be like, I've got the leverage I need to really angst my dad.
As
No, but it comes back to that. It comes back to that argument of where people are like,
time looking for it.
I don't know that I care about DJ's opinions, but if
Opinion on what?
I mean, look,
DJ, I just couldn't hear you because we were talking at the same time. I'm just playing.
I think like for me, as a dad of a little girl, like pre-Emery, I'm buying all these nudes, every single one of them. Like bank accounts empty, done. Like send them my way, old son. Now you got Emery, and it's like, do I want to?
Let me put it this way.
Like, you know what I mean?
How many oil fields? So here, let me put it in a different way. When I was working as a contractor overseas in the Middle East, where the opportunity to see a Western girl was probably, I could see a lot of contractors and those dudes paying money. I guarantee you, those dudes in the man camps out there in West Texas, prime candidate for a lady like that.
No, I get it. Like I get it. Like it's just not for me at this point in my life.
Well, it probably never could have been for any of us.
6 years ago, done. Credit card info entered. Don't even worry about it. Just I want, you know what I mean? Like it's whatever. But that's the reason behind that would be because if I bought it, now maybe she'll come on the boat with me. If she comes on the boat with me, my friends will think I'm cooler. My friends will think I'm cooler because I got beautiful women around. This is the easiest. Do what?
You could be Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, this is the path of least resistance to get women on the boat. I would have to go to the bar. I'm going to spend the same money at the bar trying to get women on the boat when I could just spend this and get women on the boat. Like this is a faster like mechanism to
and I want to be clear
with a boat.
I ain't hating on Dan. Like he's doing his thing. He's living his best life. Like everybody that hates on him, they're like, "Oh, he pays those girls to do those shoots and stuff." And I'm like, "Why do y'all care? why are y'all worried? This dude is living his best life."
Well, he on Joe Rogan, he said he didn't.
Oh, he may not, but that was a good interview. I don't remember. I just and he's right. Like I don't remember any of that, but none of it matters. I'm just saying, I don't understand why people are throwing. It just has no.
I care because I'm raising a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raising a daughter that I don't want to grow up to sell nudes, right?
Well, none of us want our daughters to do that.
Right. So it's like, but would I care if she sold feet pics? I think that's pretty entrepreneurial. I'm like, so how do you get the line somewhere between nudes and feet pic? You know what I mean? But I feel like feet pic is the gateway drug to nudes. I feel like once you get the feet pic money in your bank account, the next, it just progresses further down the line. And so I'm like, never mind. I want to raise a daughter with a value system and skill set that she can make millions of, but I know that I'm not in control. So then I'm back to square one. Like, I just want a nice, well-rounded human as a daughter for my friend moving forward in life. but I also want open paths of communication where she could talk to me about stuff like this before she decides to do it, so she can get my opinion first.
I would still feed pigs.
Well, this whole thing is just turned into a lot of weirdness. But
It's not a lot of weirdness.
But
Like these
I do
we don't think about these things.
I do appreciate what you're saying about everything being a funnel. I'm kind of joking. I'm kind of not. Like, there's a whole different conversation around pornography and all this stuff in general, whether it's empowerment or it's, if there's people in the sex trafficking trade. There's a lot of things that need to be. I don't feel qualified to make any arguments in this.
Now the conversation's getting weird. See, we're talking about one hot chick that lives in a trailer in Waco.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't feel qualified.
Now we're going off deep end. So let's move on from that. Can anybody write in cursive? The V is hard. So what else do we got? We're closing.
Hey, we got one closing tomorrow. I am not tracking on anything. Y'all are closing some. I think you're closing a couple through GBT because whatever DJ's deal is, that isn't on my side. I'm not tracking that.
Hey Jacob, are we closing on DJ's deal tomorrow? We're closing on Trinity tomorrow.
I don't even know.
We're on DJ's deal later on in the week, and hopefully, I got a text from a lender while we've been on here. Hopefully, we end up.
I don't know what either one of those are.
Who called me? Okay. Anyways, I can do the 150 loan. Is still needed. Yeah. So, yes, we got 2 lenders lined up for our deal that we locked up on Friday, and it has to close Friday, but it already has clear title. And DJ, your deal is closing this week. We got the lender lined up for it. Shane's.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay for the badass snowflake rims on his truck. He's got to get to work.
DJ actually traded away his first lead for a repair bill on his truck. So the repair bill on his truck was how much? $4,000. That's. Can y'all see real good on the board? Let me show y'all this. Wrong button. Let me show y'all.
Break this down.
Break this deal down for y'all right here in this small corner of DJ's life. Okay, DJ, you got a calculator nearby?
Hey, we need to be done by 10:30 because I got to roll to Stephenville.
That's fine.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Look, DJ here is going to run the calculator, the handy dandy calculator. DJ, I want you to take $160,000,
Uh-huh.
160K. All right, you got it. 160,000. What are we buying the house for?
65 or 67.5.
67.5. I want you to minus 67.5. No, that's not going to work out. That
was accident. Don't say it.
DJ, it's a calculator. Just do to make it easy, take all the zeros off and just put 160.
All right.
Eagles. Now you ended up with a negative 67,500. It's probably better that DJ traded away all of his rights. He can't even run a calculator.
I just woke up like 2 hours ago.
$67,500 equals 92,000.5. Okay. Minus, we're going to put 20 into this house. Probably not, but do minus 20.
20,000?
Do minus 20.
How you going to put 20,000?
Just do minus 20. It's a real easy math problem, DJ.
72,500.
All right. Now, 72,500. Now we're going to do an original 10% closing cost of this, so minus 16,000.
That's 56,500.
56,500 is the final number. Now, do you know what you get paid for a contract in our current pay structure?
40%.
No, it's not 40.
Well, if he did title work, it'd be 40. Was it his lead?
Yeah, it's his lead. No, it's a bandit sign lead.
Okay, so he gets 15%.
15%.
No, he gets the title goes back to the contract, so it's 30.
If he did the title.
40%. So times 0.4.
22,600.
22,600.
Ooh, that would have almost paid off that new truck.
If it goes perfect, and that's with a $20,000 rehab.
I don't think it don't even need a $20,000 rehab. You haven't been in the house. It needs new carpet and a few freaking holes fixed.
Did y'all just hear what he said? Hey,
I don't think he's listening to you, Corey.
Jacob, have I been to the house in Axtell? Oh, yeah. When your lazy ass wouldn't take my phone call, guess who had to call Jacob to get the guy's number? But I already had his number, so I didn't even have to call Jacob. You didn't take my calls the day I was going to meet you there and show you the rest of what we were going to do, where the 20,000 is going to go. So there you go, son. That's why you don't know what you don't know, because you're lazy.
How'd you have the guy's
and you
number
didn't
already?
take the call.
Oh,
Huh?
wait, you did have. You're the one that gave us
What do you think of that one, Spoon?
So you're saying I would have made 22,600?
I'm doing.
Yeah, would have, but you traded it for a $4,400 truck bill, and we thank you for that. Thank you, DJ. Is that not amazing, Spoon?
I don't know. I mean, now I've done the same thing before because I had to eat. In his position, I know that he has some free meals. He has some free meals, and I'm assuming he'll learn to do the math for the next one.
Well, on this particular deal here, Deej, I mean, it's a pretty good negotiation.
There will be more. I'm not worried about that one deal. I'm fixing to.
That's a good attitude to have.
This one
I love it. That is a good attitude.
You're mumbling again, so nobody knows what you're talking about.
But
But
all right, if there was that one, there'll be a lot more. There should be a lot more.
well, they're not going to be any more if you don't go put out bandit signs that are sitting back there in the office. If you keep holidaying it up every weekend because of homecoming, you had all your friends in town, could have got some free labor out of them. Be like, oh man, let's go ride in my new truck, and had 100 bandit signs in the back.
Actually, wait a minute. I had a family reunion. I didn't have any friends.
Whatever.
Put in bandit signs out in Waco. Should I go smoke Waco since he's not doing it?
No, you ain't smoking shit. If I catch you up in Waco, I'm gonna shave your head.
Yesterday, whenever I was eating at Buffalo Wild Wings, I noticed that somebody had gone through and snatched all of his signs and put up their own. So, I mean, it's a savage world out there.
Well, I like this morning talk. Like I'm doing receipts for Jacob while we're having our talk here.
Well, I hope everybody gets a little bit of value out of this because,
Oh shit! I forgot to
I
put
mean,
receipts on.
we veered off the human traffic.
What happened here? Think we died. Can anybody hear me?
For a minute, but I can't see you. We're back. But anyways, I appreciate everybody, guys. The Vegas limo call will have to be maybe I'll do it at Facebook Live in the Facebook
If I
group.
would have got that 20,000, we could have had free strippers in Vegas.
Oh boy, this kid, you better not take the title of that truck with you, DJ, because you're gonna lose it too while you're out there.
When, like,
He's not old enough to gamble.
So
I'm not a gambler. I will not gamble.
So hey, real quick, let's talk about work for a minute instead of your stripper pics. DJ, I don't know if you know this. Our handyman has gone AWOL. He's out in Amarillo. He had a
Enrique, because Enrique is doing.
well, my handyman went AWOL right in the middle of some make readies this weekend, and let me know last night that he had it was an emergency, but so I'm not hating on him. But instead of having 2 trailers ready, I got 1 ready. So I got to go assess the damages. I'll talk to you online about that later or offline. I don't want to bore the audience. But
Wow. What happened?
no,
Gary's
we just got the floor ripped out of 1 bedroom. I mean, I can't show one because there's no floor in the bedroom.
like the subfloor?
Subfloor was gone in there. That's the one where I was walking, like you could feel through. The carpet was holding the people up. but it's getting finished. That part's already down. It was a leaky tub faucet or something. Anyways, that's all good. We got one ready to go. I'm gonna go assess where we're at, and it'll be what it is.
Okay.
Euclid the Cleveland house is being worked on right now, but it seems like every time you start getting everything together, it starts going south. That's just the nature of this business. You got to be flexible.
I don't. This seems normal to me. What Euclid's? What are we even doing there?
I got guys. We just snatched the back porch off of it. We cleaned up there. A tree fell over in the backyard. A big ass tree, like a real tree. This giant hackberry fell over. Ripped, like went through the bottom of the neighbor's fence and was just being held on by this much wood. So we cut all that down. The back porch was falling off. Go ahead.
Insurance?
I didn't call insurance on it. It didn't hurt anything other than a piece of chain link.
I don't want to let them make that decision. But keep going.
It was
they'll pay to take a tree down.
I didn't know that. It's already gone. So
okay.
My bad. I'll make that mistake and learn that lesson once. So anyways, the inside, we found the dead rats that were up under the counters. Those have been removed. We're going to de-stinkify that. And we're in the process of cleaning it up right now. So.
Well, all right. What else? Like what
where's this at?
This is in Cleveland. We're sorely disappointed in our investing in Cleveland, so we're not going back there. If anybody's watching, Cleveland's wide open. We won't buy anything in that town. That town is the kiss of death for us.
Yeah, sometimes it just don't work out. But anyways, I got the AC guy lined up. The plumber's lined up to drop gas right behind the AC guy. And the only thing I got left to coordinate is
why are we're doing gas central unit because
only got service.
We only have
there's already gas there. The nozzle just needs to be moved.
Correct, but we did a 200 amp service on that house, didn't we?
No, that was going to cost $5 G's to bring that house up to standard.
So
we replaced just the panels that were there. I had a local licensed electrician come in and bring the panels, just replace the panels that were there with the original service size, which is 100 amps.
That house will run on 100 amp.
Yeah, it's got a gas stove.
An electrician.
Gas stove.
Yeah, we've always had 125 on anything that was going to have a central unit. I don't know why, but I guess it has a gas dryer too, or no?
It will. It doesn't have one right now. They didn't have a dryer in there. They had an electric. They took the fridge location out. There was a fridge. They got rid of their fridge. I don't even know where they put it, and replumbed that for a washer and dryer. So that's what we got to figure out now. Where the hell is the washer and dryer going to go? I don't know if we're even going to put one back in it.
Okay.
I do need some advice on that. Should we take the washer and dryer out and just delete that, or?
You don't want my advice. My advice would be not to buy this motherfucker.
I know that, but
I mean, like, it ain't got no washer and dryer. It's a house. Those houses, amenities in houses, there's a bare minimum, and in that bare minimum on a house is washer and dryer. It's that's difficult because, it is what it is. We own that motherfucker now, but you better, while you have your plumber out there, have that plan in fucking place, because there's two different ways, I guess, to go about it. We can do the work ourselves. We can do some of the workers. We can't do none of the gas line work. So you better are we using the same plumber we're using the same plumber that got us out of a bond in Grandview?
we can. I haven't talked to him. My neighbor was going to do it. My neighbor's a plumber.
Okay, is he giving us a deal? Because we know the other guys, Jims or whatever they were.
Riggs.
Who?
Riggs.
Dude, he's badass.
Yeah, we can use it.
Well, I mean, price wise, they hand dug that whole line out in Grandview. It was $800 to redo that whole house. Like it was.
Yeah, they worked a solid day. They got a free lunch from me. Those guys were working like they were building pyramids.
They did a great job and didn't gouge us on that when they could have.
Um,
They knew it was at stake.
yeah, and that's fine. I got to figure out a plan for the washer and dryer thing. We'll figure that out, and then there was a washer and dryer there. I didn't realize that they had just removed the fridge location.
A lot of those old houses, the washer and dryer are in the kitchen.
Well, that's where this one was.
I mean, that's just that ain't necessarily where the fridge goes. That might just be where the washing machine goes. The
Maybe.
dryer has to vent out. The washer is, if the plumbing's already there, use the plumbing that's there. But the dryer has to vent out. So my dryer goes into the floor, goes underneath the house.
Sure.
And that works to a certain degree, but you want to get it rerouted at least to the outside of the house. That way, when you're running your air conditioner, you're not paying extra on the bill because heat rises and it's come back into the house.
Well, and I mean, the things we did, like, it's all the little stuff you never notice when you're first walking through there. You might have noticed it. It's lack of experience for me.
No, we know why we bought that deal. You wanted to hook your boy up.
Well, that's true, but the numbers look like they work.
Oh, anytime you got an appraisal on a house to back up your claim, it's not on you. But that's somebody that doesn't work as a rental with the rehab we're putting in it. That's on you. You know what I mean? So it should be closer to rentable the day we bought it. I still haven't seen the house, anything but the outside. It looked like a blueberry sitting over there. And that's all I know about it. So I do like the neighborhood. But yeah, it's blue. It's ugliest color blue I ever seen in my life.
It's ugly. It's green and gray.
Okay. It looked like for some reason I got a blueberry stuck in my head. I remember driving through there going, that house in the corner is nice. Oh shit, this is our house. Damn.
The house next door is amazing.
Yeah. But what else? What else we got? Any other cool business? Any other things?
Try to shake this guy off his money or get him out of this fucking deal, and you know where. It's all
Jeremy's deal, $35,000 house in Fort Worth, it closing.
Yes, tomorrow.
That's the one that's closing tomorrow. So we're closing that one tomorrow. We're closing Trinity tomorrow. We're closing Axtell probably Wednesday or Thursday, and closing a deal in we'll call it Weatherford for now on Friday. So closing at least 4 this week. What's our plan with the one in Fort Worth?
Dude, I've already got a buyer's agent wanting to look at it, but we are going to scrape the trash out of there. Anything that's in there, the next day that thing's going to be listed. By Friday or Saturday, whichever day Creamer has available, and maybe Sunday, there's going to be an open house on that thing, and we're just going to run it wide open. No showings until the open house. Open house and a stack of contracts.
Go away, DJ. You're just sitting over here fidgeting, making noise, distracting people. So we'll end up we'll probably have that thing sold on Sunday. Run it through the same title company, so the title will be, and that'll be it. Our lender will knock down some points, and that's it's always good. Who's doing the lending on that one, Spoon?
Oh, my dear mama.
Oh man, it's so good when you finally get your mom in with you. Like she might have other plans for you, Spoon. She might come out there and decide that a full gut rehab's in order.
Wow.
Because your mom's a retired real estate agent, ain't she?
No. She was an agent because her parents built houses. My granddad built a lot of Wedgwood and Hewlin area.
Oh, okay.
That's where my granddad made all his money, was building. He was a house builder. It's a quick story. Bought a diaper truck after the war, ran a diaper route until he got tired of slinging turds, and then they went into house building, and did very well. And then he took out a house building and started buying nursing homes. That's where the real wealth was accumulated, so to speak. And it was just enough for them to almost retire on, because they never planned on living till almost 100 and ran out of money being land rich and cash poor.
So a lot of lessons there. Be a whole episode, but I just love that your mom came in as the lender on that one, because it's always exciting, because it's just exciting. Like, I mean, she probably charging 2 and 12 or 3 and 12 or 3 and 15, 2 and 12. So I mean, it's always fun to pay somebody money that means a lot to you. So at least I like it.
And I mean, what other place, that whatever we're borrowing on that $40,000 on that deal, there's no, so even if we only hold it 1 month, she'll make $1,200 if we have to own it 1 month. You can't make that in any savings account nowhere else. There's nowhere you can make that.
No. And look, that deal is going to be really good for Jeremy, really good for us. With all of our ship boxes that we got down there, it's like I don't feel like we're stalled out, but man, I thought those Stephenville houses, I thought they'd be gone already. Toller, of course, we had to put a floor in it, and it hasn't started showing very well. I think we're still haggling with that one offer that offered 70 or whatever. I think he countered at 70, but we'll check in with Spoon or with Creamer here in a second and see what it is.
Yeah. That dude's letter was the best thing I've read in a long time. I loved it.
He kind of showed his hand on that. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not taking the time out of your day to write us a full 1-page why our house sucks if you're not ready to buy it. Now, I mean, and he can get it, but we're already we've dropped the price down to where it's going to sell at. Now the only thing to do is get a for rent sign in the yard, because the carpet and everything's in it, ain't it?
Yeah, the carpet's in it, the flooring's in it, like it's ready to go.
Right. So the last, I mean, we're coming up on owning it for 30 days, or we probably already own it for 30 days. So we'll just get it rented and hope it sells to a investor in the spring, because that thing's gonna rent $1,200 a month all day.
I didn't even think about that. I should have mentioned that to this buyer's agent earlier. She wanted to look at the RV park too.
Okay.
I told
All
her
right.
what was up. So let's see if we can do something good today.
And we got to find out where we're at on the RV park. We have a lot of people calling about it. So I think I'm going to take that one on this week, make it my pet project.
I got a few more people to call about Pecos Court, but half the people, like I had one that was ready to bring a check, and then she just ghosted me. She ghosted me and wouldn't even talk to me. Like I texted her a few times, like, hey, what's up? Are we still meeting? Nothing. So I don't know what the hell's up there. So back on that grind, see if I can't find somebody to rent that place. And I'll just make that my priority. Anytime somebody wants to see it, I will make my way over there and show them personally.
It needs to be a Hood County buy sell trade group.
Got it.
Pictures, everything. But that's it. That's all I got. What else? Anything else? Nothing else? Something else?
No, sir.
Well, try to get these deals closed tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can get Creamer on, see if Creamer's got some service. We talked a lot about him today. I want him to we want to see what his follow-up was like with that person.
Yeah, he's talking shit about you right now in the group thread.
No shit.
No, not really. He's just like you typical, like fuck you, Corey.
Oh, well.
It's our
good.
typical morning stream.
All right. Well, I'll see you later.
All right, bye.